What's the word, Mob? Thank y'all for tuning back in. It's your boy Trey.
Your boy Ray.
And thank y'all for tuning back into the Renaissance Mob. I just said that. I already said that. It's fine. It's fine. It's whatever. Thank y'all for tuning back in. That's the third time. How you been? How you doing, Ray?
I'm doing good, man. How about yourself?
I'm doing good. Amber, you okay?
I'm doing well.
I'm
Thanks.
doing well. Yeah. Y'all may have noticed that we went to the other studio that we got. We just want to spice it up for y'all real quick. But yeah. How you been, bro? Anything on your mind?
I've been good, man. Just working, staying out the way.
Mm-hmm.
What I need to do is, keep making sure everything's taken care of.
Yeah, for sure.
Responsibly. Look, I will say this, man. As a young black man, I ain't mean to start preaching off the rip. But
I mean, well, now you got me interested.
as a young black man at 25, I learned that it's very important if you want to live long to just manage your business. You don't get caught up in, everything.
Yeah.
And it might be hard for some people to do, especially, being young and shit. But, yeah.
Yeah.
Drama free, stress free. So I ain't gonna lie, bro. I've been chilling. I've been good.
Yeah. I also find that if you listen more than you talk, you'll find a lot less drama in your life.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people, they talking when they should be listening.
Yeah, because a lot of days, man, it's a lot of shady shit going on. That's why I'm single, man. Like, it's just I ain't got time for all that extra stuff.
Yeah, drama. Yeah, I mean, look, I mean,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I'm in a point in my life, bro, where like I feel like I need to get on my mission. What I wanna do in life.
Right.
And this podcast is one of them, man. We've been dropping, back to back.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how I've been, man.
Yeah.
I've been straight. How about you?
Yeah, I mean, kind of like you. I just been doing my thing, take care of my body, staying away from the fast food, but you kind of touched on something like about the relationship part. So you kind of find like to be a distraction right now.
Yeah. Not even a distraction, more like just an extra thing in my life it's not necessary at the moment. Until I get to where I want to be in life.
Yeah.
That's when I'll probably get ready to settle down.
Yeah. I do find a lot of people are in our age group like saying things like that. You know what I mean? I guess that's why they're saying like relationships is declining. But I mean, even then, relationships kind of died down like the meaning to me. You know what I mean? Like yeah, I got my main piece, but I got my side over here, or just like if it's, I don't know, like it's like if I don't have a genuine connection with you, like if I can literally like have a conversation with you, I really don't even have no business talking to you for real, But yeah, I guess that's why. I mean, but I do find a lot of people saying that they just don't want to be in a relationship or like married or anything like that.
Yeah.
I feel like that's like a dying thing, like marriages in America, or just in our age group period.
Probably, like statistically wise, it says so. And then, like you said, you see a lot of this people not valuing the relationship anymore. So it's a lot of bashing one gender or the other on social media, at least. I don't know if that's the case in real life.
Mm-hmm.
But That's what it seems like online.
Let me ask you, Amber, just because, like, you know, just from a woman's perspective, like, what's your view on like how men treat women, and vice versa?
Personally, like I try not to look into it from a gender perspective because we're all humans,
Right.
and I I think I appreciate that this generation is moving away from traditional gender roles, and they're just looking at it from a human perspective. It's like it's about treating people well because they're a person and they deserve that respect.
Right.
And the only way for relationships is to work is if you're treating your partner or whoever with the same respect that you expect to get.
Right.
So
Right.
that's just how I feel. Like I think that things are it's different because of a lot of other things of why relationships aren't working, but it's just good to see that we're more mindful of things and not just we're just getting married for traditional reasons or
Right.
whatever.
Right.
Mhm.
Right. Because even then, like a lot of marriages don't even last long.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I think they said like 60% of people like go through a divorce, like for they like do their first marriage or something like that.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And I get it because the older generation always try to tell us like, oh, you ain't found that one yet, or you gonna find your one. And I can see like, I can see it happening. But at the same time, when you look at it, I feel like people look at it from the more like, what do I gain, what do I lose point of it.
Right.
And
Right.
for me, I'm a logical person, man. I look at a lot of things with logic, just logically. Just based off statistics, the shit I see going on nowadays, I can't really take nobody serious or trust nobody to get that title to. And then, I might get, you know, part of my friendship, but fucked in the end.
Right. Right.
So
Right. Being taken advantage of. Yeah.
I even take advantage of, but like, divorce, lose everything, lose the kids, that risk is just too. It's like, nah.
Yeah. Yeah. And I kind of feel the same way you do. Like I understand how you feel too. And I ain't gonna lie. I had that dream of getting married. You know what I mean? But like now I'm just like, whatever happens, happens. If I see a good thing, like I'm not gonna let it go. But if nothing happens, nothing happens. And plus, that shit's not supposed to be forced anyway. Like I hate when older people say, like, you should have a kid by now. Like, why ain't you married yet? Because I don't fucking want to.
Do you see yourself having kids?
I see myself having kids. Marriage is a whole other thing. Because that means like, at least for me, like I trust you completely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and like at least in this stage in my life right now, I don't really see myself completely trusting anybody.
Can I ask a question?
Please.
What do you think is the bigger commitment, having a child or a marriage?
Definitely a child for sure. Definitely a child. I at least that's my personal opinion. Because that's a whole other human that you're totally responsible for.
Yeah, that's your child.
Because if he's like 12 or like 13 and like he's doing some messed up things like in school, like being violent at home, people gonna be wondering like, what type of household is he in?
Right.
That's gonna fall back on me. Whereas in a marriage, if I'm sure two people in most situations like played a part in why they broke up, but you can't control what the other person does. Like they're a whole other grown person, and you met them when they was at a certain point in life where they was looking to be committed. And the person that they don't act committed, that's not your fault. So I feel like that's my personal opinion. I don't know how you feel about that. Because kids are a motherfucker.
Oh, yeah.
I ain't got no kids, but, I got nieces and nephews, and, yeah, I can see what they deal with on a daily basis.
Yeah, no, I agree, man. Like you said, the kid is more of a commitment.
Yeah.
It's self-explanatory. It's like everything you got going on stops for that kid. Like your whole world stops for that kid. You got to just take life so much more seriously, I feel.
Mm-hmm.
If you do the right thing, So.
How many kids you want?
I
think I asked you this before.
If I were to have kids, I probably just want two.
2 boys?
A boy and a girl. Yeah.
Interesting.
So I feel like I need to learn how to raise both. I feel like I have like the ultimate balance.
What makes you say that?
I don't know. I just want to, just like the idea of having a little boy and a little girl.
Another question. Do you think boys are easier to raise than girls?
Yeah.
That's a subjective question. For me, if I have a daughter, it's gonna be a challenge. It's gonna be a challenge. I feel like if I have a son, I would do the proper things and display the proper ways of how a man should operate. You know what I mean? Because because he's a boy. You know what I mean? But a daughter, like, I don't know what the hell I'll be able to teach my daughter. I don't know.
I ask that because what people feel today is that daughters are more neglected than sons when it should be equal.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So we understand that, you want to teach your son how to be a man, but you don't want to just assume that your daughter is just going to figure things out on her own.
Oh no, definitely not.
And
Definitely not.
and the part of what we're dealing with today is what people believe is that a lot of sons, because they've been babied and spoiled,
Mm-hmm.
you have the type of men you have now. Whereas, and that's probably why some people they don't make great partners and they don't make great fathers themselves.
That's accurate. That's accurate. Yeah. Yeah. For me, I'm just talking about like the specifics, like how a man controls his, quote unquote flesh, how a man, how he should carry himself, and take the proper methods to be successful and like be a man that, not be a ladies man, but be a man that women can respect.
Or people in general.
Yeah, or just people in general. I can, of course, I'm going to be able to teach my daughter some things, but like, it's sort of interesting because like I had a conversation with a manager who I used to work with a long time ago. She was one of the best managers I ever worked with. And we just one day we just had this like conversation where we was talking about men and women, right? And something just told me to ask her. Let me ask you something, man. Do you feel like your mother displayed how to be a good wife and a good mother? And she proceeded to say, and this is just her personal experience, of course. She said, mostly I learned everything on my own. I would prefer if I have a daughter, that when she's ready for that role, I wouldn't want her to learn from experience because some mistakes can't be redeemed, if that makes sense.
Ramon, what's your thoughts on, like, what do you feel like is the most important lesson to teach a child? Or like, I don't know, your top 3, your top 5, what lessons do you think where you'll focus on first?
Well, first is respect. Respect is very important. What goes around comes around. And, I want them to, just be decent people, manners, the basics. Another thing I'll teach my kids, not to be followers. I will always encourage them to think for themselves and not to be influenced by whatever, always put thought into it and go with what you really feel.
Mm.
And lastly, I'll teach my kids, or I'll try to motivate them to make their passion their source of income. Cause I don't know, man. I feel like if I have kids, they're gonna be something. They're gonna be special.
Yeah. Well, I just want to have kids when I'm like mentally and physically ready. You know what I mean? And like I said about patience earlier, like I'm working on my patience, as we speak, and it requires a lot of patience to deal with children. And I do want to be a good dad, so when I have more patience in my life, then I feel like I'll be ready. But right now, I still got a lot more to learn.
Man, we on the same page, man. That's what I'm on right now.
But what else been on your mind? You been watching the news lately?
I don't really like watching the news.
Yeah.
And, I feel like a lot of things that don't matter is on the mainstream media.
Mm-hmm.
And like the other day, I just seen somebody they lost like a furry or something. You know those little animals that's like elongated rat.
Talking about that damn Pokemon thing.
No, not the Pokemon.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, so they talking about that. Nobody's giving us like real updates on the Ukrainian war.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody's giving us updates on real politics. I feel like it's the same thing with Trump.
Mm-hmm.
Just circles about just things that don't matter, right? Race. I don't know, just trying to put him in a bad light always instead of actually looking at policies
Yeah.
on the news. So that's another reason I feel like you don't really get a lot of correct information off of there.
I mean, a lot of people getting their social media off of, X and like Instagram anyway.
Yeah, and I'm not even big on politics, bro. But I've just been watching it. I've been watching it with you.
Mm-hmm.
It opened my eyes up to a lot of things, and what's really going on.
Yeah. And I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna give a little quick backstory too. I didn't get into politics until like 2018. Like that's when I like really like dove in because like there was like something that Trump said or whatever, and then I watched the whole interview, right? Because like how the news like doesn't like they like chop up clips and to make it into a segment. I watched the whole thing, and I think he was talking about something about like something about immigration or whatever. And then people were calling him out saying like he was using racial slurs and whatever, right? I watched the thing for myself, and I'm just like, that's clearly not what he said.
Mm-hmm.
That's clearly not what I got, at least from my perspective.
So it's the false information.
I mean, well, yeah, it was just like they, like you said, trying to paint him into a bad light, like like taking one thing that he said instead of playing the whole thing that he said. And one thing that I would like for the news to do, and the only reason I've been watching it recently is because because this upcoming, I ain't gonna lie, this election year has been like a movie. It's been like a damn movie. Like Trump gets shot at, the dude he drops out, and then nobody's talking to the news on their side. So it's been very interesting to see this election year. I'm not even gonna lie to you. But yeah, this is just been interesting, like this election year. But you are right about them not talking about real issues because even when they talk about Trump, they not really talking about nothing but identity politics.
Exactly. That's why I feel like it's gonna be an interesting election this year.
Yeah, it definitely is.
You told me something earlier about Georgia coming out with information saying that the election was somewhat rigged.
That was fraud in that state. Yeah,
really.
Yeah, and the scary thing is like, and I don't know how true this is, but Trump is saying like that's not the only state. Like in Virginia, Alabama, New York. So yeah, these are scary times nowadays because like at this point, people are questioning whether things are controlled, no matter if they vote or not. That's why a lot of people don't vote now, and I don't know. I guess that's just. See, here's the thing, and I heard this from your pops a couple weeks ago. They can't take away our rights unless we vote for it.
Right.
Like I think and I like at least my opinion, voting is the one way of expressing how we feel.
Yeah.
But too many people focus on this damn presidential election because like because like let's say like you vote for somebody else who you wouldn't vote for in the past, right?
Yeah.
But you still voting for the same state representatives. Yeah. Nothing's gonna change, at least in your state, because your state representatives are they're your localized government. The president only passed a bill. Whether if the states want to approve it or not, that's up to them. But yeah, too many people focus on that presidential election and then wonder why things don't change. Like, so do your research, people. Do your research. Now,
I seen a clip one time on YouTube, and it was like a collage of different news channels.
Mm-hmm.
It was all saying the same thing, the exact same thing.
Yeah.
Giving out the same exact information. It was actually crazy. It's like, how much of the mainstream media can you really trust?
Yeah. Nobody's talking about the Hamas war, the Israel, the Ukrainian war.
Just forgot about it. Like it's a new
bro, that's still going on, bro. And like, what's going on over there is terrible. Like people being like blown to smithereens and stuff. It's like, and nobody's talking about it. At least not in the mainstream media.
Remember that time I told you about that article, and I'm gonna get off of politics after this. But when Biden said he's sending like 20 F-22 fighter jets,
over to
Ukraine.
Yeah.
That's bad news.
That is bad news.
Because I remember Vladimir Putin, when the war first started, the first thing he said was, anybody that intervenes will have problems with us. And I mean, we've been sending supplies over there this whole time. And now F-22 fighter jets. Now there's rumors of Vlad talking about using nuclear weapons.
How long has this war been going on? Almost a year?
Like 2 years, 3 years. The Ukrainian war. Because it happened in what, 2021? 2020?
Well, I Googled something and it said that it's been happening since February of 2014.
Yeah,
2014.
Yeah, it might have started then. I guess like what happened recently was
invasion. Yeah, they said it started February 24th, 2022 when they actually invaded Ukraine.
Oh, wow.
It's been 2 years now, man.
So they was just been neck to neck since 2014, but they didn't start the invasion until 2022. Wow. That's crazy. 2 years this war been going on. In any case, prayers up to all those, you know, because you look, Russian, Ukrainian, whatever, like people are dying over there. That's just terrible. And if people think we got it bad over here. People are so spoiled over here. People think that we got it bad over here. Like, bro, take your ass over to one of those countries over there and see if you have a better time.
All right, man.
Like, you'll be surprised at how privileged we actually are here in America.
Yeah, man.
That's just a real spill.
Speaking of privilege, do you think white privilege is a thing?
No. I feel like anybody who says that is either, well, if a white person's saying it, I personally feel like that they feel bad for this country's past, I guess you could say. And if you're a black person saying it, I think you have a victim mindset.
Right.
Because privilege means that you get to do something that this person can't do, right? There aren't any segregation laws anymore. Tell me what this white man can do that you can't do. Tell me. You can't name one thing. You can't name one thing. Now, as far as generalizing in credit or like stuff like that, like this person may get approved for a business loan and this person doesn't. Like, that's a different issue in itself. But like, people like we ain't fucking oppressed. Like, people keep acting like it's funny as hell. People keep acting like that we went through the same shit that our ancestors went through in the early 1800s. Right. We didn't experience not half of that shit growing up. People just want to, I don't know. I just feel like they probably want a handout.
Yeah.
You know?
And I just ask that because I feel like nowadays it's more of an opportunity now than ever.
Yeah.
Look
at this. Look at all the equipment.
Yeah, I mean, everybody has the same amount of opportunity to do whatever.
Right.
You know, regardless of race or background, whatever.
I'm saying like
it's real interesting now still hear that. Like, what even is that? I can see how it became an idea because, you know, the racist history of America.
Right.
But
right.
Like you said, times have changed, man.
Right. And like ever since, you know, like we got our rights, you know what I mean? Like, black people has built themselves up. You know what I mean? We damn near didn't even need the 40 acres and a mule. We just needed to get the hell up off the plantation.
Yeah.
You know? You know, we just needed the chance and the time. We was gonna make it regardless. But I just feel like that's like a personal issue if you're talking about white privilege.
Then I guess the real question is, do you think racism is still a problem in this country? Or let me rephrase it. Do you think institutional racism is still a problem?
Yeah. I always say it's about keeping the poor poor and the rich rich. You know, because if you're a man of influence, right, and you have resources, nobody's gonna care about your skin color. You know what I mean? They're gonna try to figure out, okay, when I come across this person, how can I convince him to do business with me, or how can I gain some of his services or whatever. Nobody's gonna care about, like, look, if I let's say we had $1 billion, right, and we started and we were looking to tech companies. You cannot tell me a Jewish man would not be or whoever would be looking to get an investment from us. So, do I think that there's institutional racism? Like, as far as race, that's hard to say. And honestly, that's a subjective matter. But I honestly think it's more about keeping the poor poor and the rich rich. Like, people be saying, like, there's there's racism in the justice system. The justice system is corrupt, period. You know what I mean? Whether if you black or white. You do hear about a lot of young black men being done wrong, but like, you can look up the statistics that we're not the only race that goes through that type of thing. What you think? You think that there's institutional racism? Do you think that there's something holding black people back?
I don't think that racism is still a problem. Like you said, in some cases, it is like police brutality and all that. Then it could become a problem once it harms us.
Yeah.
But as far as like I said, just going off my point earlier, the opportunity. I think anybody can make just as much money, have just as much opportunity as anyone else. Money doesn't discriminate. You know what I mean? So, no, I don't think it's still a problem. I think we got more opportunities to do the same thing as anybody else. So,
right.
Yeah. As far as institutionalism, see, I got a little conspiracy with that, so I can't really say it either. But I feel like some bills and some laws have been passed to incarcerate and incriminate black men.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like the drug bill.
Yeah, the crime bill.
Yeah, the crime bill. Yeah.
I think that was one of them.
I think Planned Parenthood is bad for the black people too. Because it's like you're getting an incentive from having, a single household. And, of course, all cases ain't the same, but it's like you get more money for not having a man in the house, a black man in the house.
Yeah. I also feel like stereotyping can get a little crazy sometimes. Overall, no, I don't think it's as big as a problem as it was. I'll say it's actually minuscule nowadays. Because a lot of black people doing good, man.
Yeah. A lot of them. Like, there are more black entrepreneurs today than there were ever.
Yeah, I mean, shit, look at the opportunity we got.
Yeah.
$1,000 mics, $1,000 cameras. Not trying to flex on them, but I'm just saying.
Yeah. Like, we making it happen. One way or another, we gonna make it happen. We don't feel oppressed while doing it either.
What do you think, though, Amber? You think it's a problem?
Well, I can't say for sure. Just because we're not personally experiencing it, we can't say that it's not happening. But it definitely still exists. It's just we're a lot more privileged to not, suffer from it. But like Trey was saying, it's probably more of a class issue today than anything else. So,
yeah,
poor people suffering more than those who are not as poor. And yeah, it's like, I'm grateful to be privileged, but I wouldn't want to ignore, because I just want to be informed about what's still going on.
Right.
Because and it could be ways that in the future that it affects me. Like, for instance, with childbirth, a lot of black women are suffering from that. It's like, because we go to doctors, they don't listen to us. Even black men, we're dying from curable diseases because of institutional racism. So these things still do exist. But again, because we have a lot more privilege, it's better controlled now.
You know what? You know what's funny? I read something about pregnancies the other day. They said that I don't know in what part of the world, it may have been Africa, but they said that they actually squat during giving birth, and like doing it in water too, because that way, like, it doesn't it won't like mess up like a woman's like I think like it said something about like her back being aligned. Right, and then like just and you experience like way less pain than whether if you laying down, they said that it's part of the industrial science or the industry, you know, the medical industry. That's got you like that. Apparently needed more care than you need, when apparently you can do it that way in water and squat it down, and that way you're basically like fine. Yeah, kind of like how a giraffe does it. Not the same way, but they just squat a little bit and then it just drops down like just on the floor like splat. But you carrying the baby out, so it's like it's not the same thing.
Oh, that's what's up, man. That's hey. Make sure y'all squat when y'all give it back.
Yeah. That's just what I heard, and that's not apparently like that's not the only time you apparently supposed to squat too. You're supposed to squat when you defecate.
Yeah.
That way, less waste is like in your intestines. But yeah, kind of yeah.
You been doing things wrong this whole time.
Well, it's not really your fault because like we was talking about the mainstream media earlier. Like they want to talk about all these vaccines and all this stuff, like like Ozempic, like people taking Ozempic just to lose weight when they ain't got fucking diabetes in the first place. When really you just need to watch your diet and make sure that you got the proper nutrition in your body, and you'll see changes faster than you think. But yeah, no one talks about the diet. No one talks about the Shilajit. No one talks about the sea moss.
The Shilajit, man. Tell us about that Shilajit real quick.
Man, so listen. So
you've been taking that stuff every day, man. I know it's been doing some benefits, man. You lost weight. Your skin looks clear.
Yeah.
So tell people about some of that Shilajit.
So basically what Shilajit is from the Himalayan mountains, right? And is made out of decomposed plants and vegetables, right? And it contains fulvic acid, which is good for cognitive ability, and it contains 84 out of 102 vitamins and minerals. Wow. So it's basically kind of like sea moss, but it has more cognitive ability too. And I'll be honest with you, ever since I started taking the Shilajit, my sleep has gotten so much better. It's gotten so much better, and I feel more energized. Like just period. Yeah, like I feel like and not to say that my mind wasn't clear before, but it's like I'm thinking things like. But yeah, man, that Shilajit is some good stuff, man. Yeah. If y'all can get y'all some Shilajit,
How
yeah, huh?
How do you spell that?
It's SHILAJIT. Shilajit. I just feel like if you have a good diet and you move your body and you're active, you're not going to have much to worry about health-wise. Yeah. You can still enjoy the things you enjoy. Just take care of yourself. It's really not that hard. Really not that hard. I just think people are just obsessed with food. Like, isn't one of the 7 sins gluttony? There's a whole... Huh? I mean, well, we need food to survive, but it's a whole nother thing when you just like when you eating like 5 meals a day. It's like, bro, what you doing?
Like me personally, I be eating like 1 big meal a day. Like I'm good.
Yeah.
I just feel like we surrounded around a lot of poison, man. A lot of this food is garbage. Mm-hmm. It seems like things are getting worse. Like I see at McDonald's, they posted a double Whopper.
McDonald's ain't got no damn Whopper.
I mean, you know what I mean. Double Big Mac.
Wait, a double Big Mac?
A double Big Mac. So it's like fast.
It got like 4 slices of bread on it.
Yes, it's like 3 slices of cheese and like 6 patties.
Yeah, bro. Like who finna eat that shit?
You trying to kill us, bro? Like
who's finna eat that shit? That's some bullshit.
That's a stroke, man. Like you eat that. If you eat that, just that for a week, you guaranteed to die.
Yeah, there's like that guy who made Super Size Me.
Yeah,
he died, right?
After the
No, not directly after. No, not directly after. But like he died at a rather young age. Like he wasn't no more than like 58 or something.
How do you pass?
I don't know, but like I just feel like no matter what you do, like eventually this shit gonna catch up with you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're not gonna stay healthy forever. That's just life.
Yeah.
That's just life.
Or young forever.
I'm
That's
saying.
why, you know, I'm not gonna lie, I have a bad diet. But I just take advantage while I'm young.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna have to get it together soon.
Yeah,
I
please
remember you put me on with that sea moss.
Mm-hmm. How have you felt since taking it?
Well, I haven't taken it in a while, but when I was taking it, I did notice some benefits, like my body will recover better after a long day at work or something like that.
Yeah.
Or just after a workout. It gives you a lot of energy too. Like you said, cognitive abilities, clear thinking, better sleep, shit like that.
You know, speaking of sleep, I tried that frequency shit last night.
Oh yeah.
I noticed that I was sleeping, like I had a more deep sleep, but I don't notice any like healing things that like people, you know, not saying claim that it does, but claim that it does.
Yeah, frequencies, man. Those things are.
So like, is it really more about like a deep sleep, or does it actually like help heal the body? Because like when you were explaining that to me, like it was like, okay, this is like, I don't know if it's more of a spirituality thing, like just because like there are frequencies all around us, and we react. Yeah.
That's why we're so influenced by music and stuff like that. Music is very powerful, plays a lot on the subconscious, which is why our generation's kind of messed up. If you listen to the radio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you tried that, Amber? Like frequencies, like vibrations, frequencies, like while you like meditate or like sleep or anything?
Yeah, so every now and then I would find, those 12-hour long videos on YouTube.
That's exactly what I put on
play
last
them
night.
throughout the night. Yeah, and it does help. Sometimes, I mean, it could just be for me, like if an audiobook is playing, that'll put me to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I definitely, that does help just to clear your mind and to lead you into meditation, because it's the hardest thing in the world to just not think of something for 5 minutes, or you using something to aid in that. Yeah. There's a lot of them out there on YouTube. Just check them out.
I'm gonna do it again for the next few nights and get back to you. I'm gonna do it like a little science experiment.
Like a sleep experiment.
Yeah, like just like notice anything. Period. Like, I'm very self-aware, so if I notice that like I'm more calm throughout the day, or like my body feels a certain type of way, I'm gonna definitely note that down. But one thing that I did notice, like straight, like just off the first night, is that I got some good rest. I got some good rest. So you let us know what y'all think about in the comments of those frequencies. Like, let us know how they affect y'all, if y'all even do that. Because I just found out about it. I don't know if many other people know about it either, but yeah. I wonder if that's like, is that like intertwined with those fucking crystals?
I don't know, man. Yeah, meditation is it's what keeps me calm personally. Sometimes I don't do it all the time. When I do notice that I'm more centered, grounded, and have better focus, concentration. Like if we meditated before we did this podcast, we'll probably be like on a whole nother plane of conversation.
Probably. We should probably try that next time. Amber, you down to meditate before we shoot again?
Sure.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, sure. I ain't finna be like, we ain't finna be in the group. Like, we can meditate on our own time.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, cool.
Well, here's the challenge. For 7 days straight, meditate for at least 30 minutes to an hour, and note how it had an impact on your life.
I want to do that. You want to do that? Hey, there you go. We got a challenge for y'all. We're not challenged, but
we'll come here floating.
Oh man! Speaking of meditation, you know when I used to meditate? Right before I would be in practice martial arts. You know what's happening tonight?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, UFC, mixed martial arts, baby. Yeah.
Iggy finna go down.
Izzy.
I say Iggy.
Yeah, you did, but it's fine. we not cutting that out, but it's fine. You know, bro, he was crying on stage, bro.
I seen that. What was he crying about?
So, okay, so I'm gonna break this down real quick. So Izzy, former UFC champion, going up against Dracus Duplessis, the middleweight champion right now. They had a long rivalry, right? Because Duplessis, he's from South Africa, but he's a pale man, right?
Interesting.
And
He was
Duplessis,
born there?
yeah, and Duplessis, he like a couple, like I think like a year and a half ago, when he was up and coming in the division, he was saying something along the lines of, "I'm gonna be the first I'm gonna be the first African-born middleweight champion," right? Apparently, Izzy felt some type of way. They had beef ever since then, and then Duplessis says this in a conference, right? And I'm pretty sure he was talking about like Izzy's like friends or like for quote unquote entourage. You know what I mean when he said this? But he said he's when he wins, he's gonna take the belt back to, you know, wherever he goes. You know, because the dude asked him if he was gonna take it back to Africa. The person who asked the question. Duplessis says, "Are you gonna bring your servants?" Right. Apparently that got under Izzy's like skin, and then while he was crying, he was saying like, "I do."
That's what made him cry?
Yeah. Like he said he touched a nerve there because I do this for my family. And he was pointing at them like, "Wow," expressing that, you know. So I don't know if he thought he was talking about his family. I don't know if he thought that was like. I don't know if he thought he was like getting personal with that. I thought he was just talking about like his friends or his entourage. But when I saw Izzy get like emotional, I'm like, damn.
So like he's gonna go into this fight like just.
I think he's gonna go into it a little
personal now.
I think he's gonna go into it a little emotional just because of what transpired over the last 48 hours. Yeah. How's that gonna affect his game? I don't know. I really just hope that he doesn't. I really just hope that he fights with emotional content and not anger. It's different if you use your emotions in an effective manner, but if you just find blindly anger, then you're liable to get caught.
Yeah, you know a lot about that, man, because you know you've been in MMA gym. So tell us about that a little bit, man. Tell people.
Well, it's good. It's good to be back in there. You know, it's good to be back in there. I don't know if I mentioned this on my first podcast episode, but yeah, your boy almost went into MMA when I was going to college out in Kansas City. I had 2 fights lined up. One of them had dislocated some toe or whatever, like broke a toe, and the other one had cracked his rib during sparring. One of them pulled out the one who the first one, the guy who had the cracked rib. Yeah, he pulled out a week and a half before the fight. When I was dieting and I was training, I'm like, bro, like this really happening. Like I'm getting excited as shit, right? I'm finna go in there and do my thing. Hell no. It didn't happen. And then that happened in late 2019, and I moved back to no wait, that didn't not 2019, late 2018. I'm sorry. And then, you know, life happens. I get a job, and you know, can move back here in Chicago, beautiful hometown, Chicago. And yeah, but ever since, you know, it's good to be back in there. It's good to make sure that my skills stay sharp. Rather, if I try to do MMA again, that's you know, only God knows that. But only God knows that. But for my first day back, bro, it was pretty good. It's pretty good. I didn't get clipped. I got caught with like a jab twice. Oh yeah. And I almost choked out this big brolic motherfucker who looked like he fucking hauled hay all day. But yeah, it felt good to be back there, man. Felt good. Damn. Felt real good. That's what's up, man. Fun fact. But yeah, I'm ready for that fight tonight. That fight's gonna be good.
So who you got winning this fight?
I don't know, man. I don't like Izzy's. I mean, I can understand why I guess I can understand why he reacted in the way he reacted, but I just hope his emotions don't get the best of him, bro. But I do think I think Izzy's gonna try to make a statement tonight.
Yeah, I got AZ. I got AZ all day. I don't know who Duplexi is, so I can't really say for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, it's AZ, man. It's the style bender. I think he's one of the smartest fighters of this generation.
I think your boy trying to go up. Well, he's not your boy because he's my man too. But I heard he's trying to go up to 140.
Who?
Haney.
Never Haney.
Yeah.
He already fighting at 140.
No, he was. That was. Well, I mean, 145. I mean,
145.
Oh, we're like 147. Yeah.
Is he calling anybody out in specific?
I heard him and Teofimo flopping lips, and Ryan Garcia or Danny Garcia.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they've been going back and forth too.
Him and Teo would be a great fight.
That would be a great fight.
That's been a fight.
That would be a great fight.
For years. They had a whole little exchange and everything.
Mm-hmm.
I think Haney got that fight.
Think Haney got that?
Now I don't want him to get crazy and fight Terrence Crawford. Sorry, you called him out. I don't think he's ready for that yet.
Listen, the only person who could possibly get Terrence Crawford is, in my opinion, Canelo or
Tank.
I think Boots give him a good fight too.
Boots?
Yeah, I think Tank too. I don't want to say Tank is too small for him because he is only like 4 inches taller than Tank, like 3 inches taller.
Mm.
But Crawford's he's a really good bro. He's really good.
So
Yeah.
It's interesting. 145. Yeah, I think he should make that transition.
He looked kind of big though. I don't know if he's gonna. I don't know if he's gonna make that weight, man. Well, he can make the weight. What am I saying? Of course he can make the weight, but he looked kind of big,
really
bro.
Looked that big. I think he just looked bigger to what we used to. Than what we're used to.
Bro, he looked big. He but like when Crawford fought Israel Madrimov, and like they showed him, dude looked kind of like he didn't look chunky, but he looked like swole up.
Yeah, that's why his walk around weight probably like 180. More than that probably.
I don't understand that. Why not just fight at 180? Like, why trim 40 pounds each time you have to fight?
I don't know.
That's ain't that like killing your organs?
I don't know. They probably do it to practice discipline and just to.
Of course, there's a disciplinary
train the body.
Whatever. Yeah, there's a disciplinary trait to it, of course, but I mean, just the long-term effects,
boxing,
bro.
You gotta think about it, man. Boxing, I feel like you gotta be super disciplined. It's more of a mental game than a physical game. You know what I mean? So even when going into the fight, you gotta be disciplined.
Yeah, you can barely even call MMA and boxing sports because every other sport you got teammates. Yeah. You don't have nobody's fighting with you in that ring and that. Yeah. But that's a tough man sport. It's a tough man sport.
Salute to whoever.
I still think you can do it. I still think you could do
what, MMA?
No, boxing. You got the boxing build.
No, man. That's maybe in a different
I know that coach fucked you over, but it's fine. Them opponents fucked me over. We get fucked over in life.
Yeah, no.
What can you do?
It was for me, man. Like that journey was temporary, very temporary. I now realize at 25 or 26 that definitely want to do something else. That's not it.
Yeah. Interested.
Now, I know nothing about MMA, boxing, or anything, but what I did see, the Olympics just happened last weekend. They wrapped up, and there was this one female boxer who made headlines.
I think I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah. She's from Algeria. Yeah, how to pronounce her name.
Oh, from our area?
No, Algeria. It's a country in the Middle East.
Well, they were talking about like her gender or whatever.
Yeah.
So there's a couple of things around that, and I've been reading things about that too. So apparently the IBF confirmed that she was a man, but then her hometown or home country confirmed that she was a woman. There's so much speculation with that ever since that was announced. I saw her ass crying because of the abuse that she been getting online, but At this point, who knows?
So is she a man or
that's my whole point. Like it's just too confusing. Like one person saying one thing, her country, and then the IBF is saying another. Some people saying this, some people saying that. At the end of the day, that's who knows at that point.
Correct me if I'm wrong, man, but aren't they letting trans fight with women now? You know, in sports.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Did that take place during the Olympics?
So I don't know if that's during the Olympics, but like, well, I don't know, cause there was a swimmer, who was like number one in the country, but like before she transitioned, she was like 400, like 300, the 300 best swimmer in the male category. So I don't know if but I don't know if that was the Olympics or not. But I didn't think the Olympics was, doing things like that. But if the Olympics allowed it, I mean, I guess she's a natural born woman, right? Question
I believe
mark?
it was about something with the biology. Like she's not like probably like the average woman. I guess I don't know biology. I'm not gonna act like I do, but something along the lines of her testosterone level and I guess X or Y chromosomes. But that was just speculation. I'm not sure exactly what it is. But then the conversation shifted towards like how she presents herself, and then also it shifted towards if she has some sort of advantage over the people she was competing against, was it fair for her to compete?
Right, because like I ain't gonna lie, like I saw her shoulders and like her jawline, and I'm like, she looked kind of strong. Like I'm not even gonna lie, she looked pretty damn strong. So
was her torso like real big?
She had like a bit of a wide frame, like like it wasn't too wide, like but.
Well, I'm saying like was it long though, like longer than her lower body? That's how you really tell a man from a woman.
I didn't even notice that. I didn't even notice that.
That's crazy.
So if you had a daughter born with that condition, I mean, it's something that happened naturally. You can't control it. Would you let them compete in sports?
If it's well,
what condition?
if it's
so
naturally,
like you have a daughter. She just happens to be born with more testosterone, meaning that she's probably going to have more strength. And if she's competing with girls who won't have as much, would you allow for that to happen?
Yeah. She's a little girl.
Yeah.
I've seen some
take advantage. I mean,
but people are like straight up questioning like her gender. They're straight up questioning that.
I mean, and
like, not to cut you off, but like when the IBF says something about it, it's like, okay, this is one of the world's boxing. This is like a world boxing organization who just spoke out against this. Right. So I honestly I don't know, but would I let my daughter compete? Yeah, I would. Yeah,
it's like having
because like if that's okay, that's
like having the strongest character in the video.
That's literally something. What?
My daughter's the best out there. Why not?
The unlockable character that you gotta play do the story to get to unlock.
That should be cold. Yeah, for sure. I'll do that. Would it be fair? Probably not, but I can't help what she's born with. I mean, what you want me to do? Give her like hormone pills or something to reduce it? Yeah, that's not gonna be her natural.
Dude, the fact that hormone pills are even available for kids is that like I find that to be evil.
Wait, what?
Hormone blockers and puberty blockers?
Since when?
Ever since this woke stuff been happening, like
I haven't been paying attention to that.
They got hormone blockers and puberty blockers and all this other stuff.
Kids could take if they say I want to take it.
Yeah,
their parents approve and they take it.
So. I don't even know. I don't even know if like parents. I don't even know if they need their parents' permission for that.
No, that's crazy. You need
to be honest
permission for everything if you're a child. Like what?
I don't know.
That's common for. I've read stories about people who, at really young ages, wanted to identify as the other sex, and their parents did contribute to giving them treatments and stuff.
Yeah.
So you definitely need a parent, of course.
Yeah.
But it's like.
I think Elon Musk said something about that. Like something like that happened with his son. Wow. Yeah. He said, "I'm gonna destroy the woke culture."
So he's not happy with it.
Yeah. He said he didn't really know what he was doing until they did it. So I don't know if they're just not like telling parents the truth. I don't know if parents like just don't take the time to be informed about things like that. But it's definitely is something weird happening with parents and their kids nowadays, because you see children books with like profanity in it and like all this other stuff, you know.
I think he was speaking about a law that protects children from not being forced to come out to their parents.
Yeah, see, like that's that's crazy to me. That's kind of crazy to me.
How old is his son?
That I don't know. I think he said he was like 17 or 18 or whatever. I honestly don't know.
Just turned 18 because he's probably looking, or she's born a son. Now she transitioned to a she. She's looking to emancipate herself from him, so changing her last name and everything.
Wow.
Why you want to change your last name and stuff?
I mean,
one is like if your father is disowning you because of your decision, and probably there's some level of abuse as well.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Like, I see a lot of, well, I don't even want to dive like too much into it, but I do see like a lot of people, you know, who go through that process regret it later on. You know, and I say that to say, you know, feeling like you don't necessarily belong in the body that you're in. I feel like that's a normal human experience, right? Like, you ever be like, I don't know if any of y'all ever experienced this before. Maybe this is just my weird ass, but maybe y'all just let me know, okay? Y'all ever be looking in the mirror and just be like, this is what I look like? Like this, like this is, so like this is my shell. You know what I mean? And then like you just, and then, huh?
What do you mean, like you look at yourself?
Well, like you just like look at yourself, like straight in the mirror, like in the eyes.
And you acknowledge yourself in a good way, or it's just like
well, not in a good way, but like, wow, this is my shell. You know what I mean? Like even now, like when I like, you know, sometimes when I look down, I'm like, wow, man, I really like my skin. Like this, wow, this is the shell I got. You know?
Do you think it's okay if someone doesn't like what they see to change it?
Of course. I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm not anyone to tell anybody what they should do with their own body.
It's your property.
Right? They should literally your body. But if you trying to block kids from like not being straightforward with their parent, or like, you know, straight up giving them what was I just saying? Oh, hormone blockers and puberty blockers and things of that nature. It's like, okay, like you're trying to alter human biology at that point. So it's like, now I'm kind of scared of like, what else are y'all going to do to alter human biology? You know? Because I like my biology.
Me too.
I like it very much, you know? And I don't want people to start normalizing things that could put future generations' biologies in danger, if that makes sense. But yeah, that's just my personal opinion about that.
Interesting stuff. Well, you know, I feel like it's a lot of free thinking nowadays. You could pretty much identify as anything, according to a lot of people. I seen an article. This one woman, she was like, and the school approved of this. She was a teacher. She was like, I'm not coming to work today because I identify as a couch.
Excuse me?
So the school was like, they tried to argue it, but she took it to court and everything, and it's crazy. It's real crazy. Like, that stuff gets a little bit all over the place.
Wait, hold the fuck up. Hold on. She identified herself as an inanimate object.
So she's not moving. She's not coming outside. She can't do it.
So you can identify yourself as any fucking thing.
That's what I'm saying.
What? I can identify as a laptop if I wanted to. Like, what? Yeah. A damn feather. Yeah, so I'm going in the wind. You can't see me no more. Bye. What?
Literally anything. It's like, so that way of thinking to me is kind of dangerous. Like, gender expression. I mean, of course you can express yourself any way you want.
Why didn't they not just fire her fucking ass?
They
couldn't fire her?
I don't know.
Well, shit, if they brought it to court, I guess not.
Yeah, but some people were on her side, like at the school, like she's a couch. She's like, she has every right to stay at home.
Wait. Here's the thing. Like, even if you do identify as a couch, like, that's not necessarily a logical, like, reason to not come into work. Because if y'all gonna employ a damn couch, what's the problem? You was probably a couch before, so why not just bring your ass to work?
I don't know.
That's so stupid, man.
That's stupid. No, I was saying that to bring it to this. Like, we was watching the clip the other day about what was that lady's name? She was in a senator committee, the black woman.
Black woman. She was wearing glasses, right?
Yeah.
She's.
You know.
I know who you're talking about, but I don't recall her name. No.
Yeah, and she was talking about well, anybody can identify as anything they want. So it got to the point where she couldn't even determine if it was two genders or more, and that's why I say it gets kind of dangerous.
Yeah, she said the science is constantly evolving.
Yeah,
the science is constantly evolving. I don't even know. I don't even know.
It's two genders, man, and it's strictly determined by the reproductive system and hormones.
Like the fact that the question that can men get pregnant alone causes so much disrupt people.
Wait, say that again.
Can men get pregnant? If I ask some shit like that, I guarantee you I would have a whole bunch of angry motherfuckers like just calling me the worst of names and just being like weird to me.
That's ridiculous, man.
Like, I don't know. That's so weird, bro.
Now I feel like it's coming back to bite a lot of people because the Olympics, that's a perfect example.
Yeah.
They got trans men who are still men, biologically, competing with these women and absolutely dominating them.
Yeah.
You know, it's not to get on no like sexist or anything like that, but it's just facts.
Yeah.
Look, I'm gonna say physically men are stronger, right? So you can't compete on the same level as us. I'm sorry. It's hurting a lot of people nowadays, and I feel like it's confusing the next generation.
Yeah.
Kids.
Yeah.
So, I mean, hey, look, say it like this: you could be whatever you want, but you literally can't identify it and just be whatever you want.
A damn couch, to say the least. That's the most ridiculous.
You gotta be a little bit logical.
I'm not even gonna lie. I heard a lot of stupid shit this week. That was the stupidest shit I've heard this week. I promise you.
It was a true article.
That's so stupid, man. There's so many questions that go into that. Because if you can identify as anything, like, you can question anything, right? I don't know. That's so weird.
I think it probably won't become a problem until it starts to impact other people.
I was just about to say, have you noticed that in your personal life, like where like someone identifies as something else?
I don't think I know any people personally. I might have known from like college days or whatever, but I don't have a relationship with them. I just feel like, of course, people do whatever they want. It's just I try to be unbiased. Like one side, it's like, okay, you're making a big deal about this. It's like, yeah, making it too complex, and it's just at this point we're gonna lose track on where everyone stands. But then at the other side, it's like I personally don't get angry by it like some people do, where it's like, oh, this is. I mean, I can't say, like, I don't have kids, so I don't know what impact it'll have on children. Like, but at the same time, it's like kids should just focus on things at their level. Like it,
Right.
like, I mean, I wouldn't say yes or no to it. It's just I don't like when things are just overcomplicated. Like life is complex enough, and now we have all these other things that are just distractions and take away from enjoying life. Like human beings just make life, it's too much sometimes.
Yeah, I feel like things didn't really get complicated up until these recent years. You know, like, cause bro, nobody had ever asked no shit like that. Can men get pregnant 10 years ago? Nobody asked those type of questions before, or nobody, I mean, bullshit's been going on since the beginning of time, but ever since it's got more exposed, people have gotten more sensitive. You know, so people, you know, goes to the victim mindset that I'll be talking about earlier, or that I was talking about earlier. Forgive me. Like now, it's like you find a problem with everything, every fucking small thing. You can identify a problem, man, all because your sensitive ass got a problem with your own self. I don't get it. I don't get it. Like, you're not that special. I hope you know that. You're special for watching this video, but you're not special, in period. What I mean to say is, don't think it. What I mean to say is, you know, don't go around thinking that you're better than the other person because you feel some type of way. That's what I mean to say. That was better. That was better. But yeah, man, thank y'all for tuning in so much for this episode. We upgrading. We upgrading, you know. And we thank y'all for this journey. We thank y'all for thank you, Amber, for coming back. And yeah, let us know what y'all think about in the comments, and let us know if you want us to react to anything. Y'all know we're doing reactions now. And you know, we've been kind of going up on our TikTok page too. I don't know if y'all want to tune into the TikTok page or not. That was a hit. Anyway, it's your boy Trey.
Your boy Ray.
And we the Renaissance Mobb.
Peace.
On my face.